8 British managers who went abroad. Steve McClaren. The Wally with the Brolly's reputation was in tatters after his embarrassing spell in charge of England, in which the Three Lions failed to qualify for Euro 2008, meaning McClaren would have to look abroad to get his managerial career back on track. Fortunately for him, FC Twente came calling in 2008 and he rewarded them with the league title in 2010, although we did have to suffer his shocking attempt at speaking Dutch. His exploits in Holland would get him the job at Wolfsburg, but he didn't last a year in Germany, while his return to Twente in 2012 was pretty unsuccessful too. Graeme SOUNESS. The former Liverpool hero would venture abroad in management in 1995, taking over a Turkish club Galatasaray. While he managed to win a Turkish Cup and a Turkish Super Cup, his tenure was not without controversy. After beating rivals Fenerbahce in the cup final, SOUNESS placed a large gala flag in the centre of the pitch, which almost caused a riot. SOUNESS would also manage Torino, but would last just 4 months, and then joined Benfica, where he brought over a core of British players, but left a year and a half later, stating that chairman Valery Azevedo lies when he looks in the eyes. Be careful, this man is dangerous. SOUNESS turned out to be right, with Azevedo going on to serve several years in prison for fraud. Roy Hodgson. Our second former England boss, Hodgson's management career actually began in Sweden in 1976. Hodgson has also managed in Switzerland, Italy, Denmark, United Arab Emirates, Norway and Finland. Having managed Bristol City, Blackburn, Fulham, Liverpool and West Brom, Hodgson was much more successful away from these shores, winning a total of 13 trophies. Terry Venables. Following spells with Crystal Palace and Queen's Park Rangers, Venables would head to Spain to manage one of the biggest clubs in the world, Barcelona, following a recommendation to the chairman from Sir Bobby Robson. El Tel's English style would work well in Spain, with his 4-4-2 formation guiding Barcelona to the 1985 league title, their first since 1974. Venables would bring Gary Lineker and Mark Hughes to the club during his time at the new camp, but would also lose home and away to Dundee United during his final season in charge. Swings and roundabouts. Sir Bobby Robson. One of the greatest managers of all time, Sir Bobby has a rich history in European football, which began in 1990 with PSV, where he won 2 league titles. A move to Sporting Lisbon didn't yield any trophies, but that changed when he joined Porto, where he won 4 during his 2.5-year spell. Robson would then join Barcelona, where he won European Manager of the Year in 1997, as well as a Spanish Cup, Spanish Super Cup and a European Cup Winners' Cup. A true gentleman of the game, Robson influenced many careers, especially that of Jose Mourinho and Andre Villas-Boas. David Moyes. Being chosen as the man to replace Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United proved to be the worst thing that could happen to Moyes, and he was sacked after just 10 months. Like McClaren, Moyes headed abroad to rescue his reputation, taking over at Real Sociedad in November 2014. It initially looked like the Moyes we saw in charge of Everton rather than the one at Old Trafford, but things went to pot the following season and Moyes was sacked, with his reputation still in bits. A reputation that is now in more bits after joining Sunderland. Gary Neville. We'd grown very accustomed to seeing Gary Neville as a pundit with Sky or on the touchline for England, so it came as a huge shock when the former Man U defender was appointed as Valencia boss in 2015 until the end of the season, where brother Phil was working as a coach. Nuno Espirito Santo resigned from his post, so owner Peter Lim, who also has a 50% stake in Salford City, appointed Gary Neville. Other than having no experience as a manager and being unable to speak Spanish, Neville was perfect for the job. However, his Valencia side lost 7-0 to Barcelona and the fans wanted him out. They got their wish on the 30th of March 2016 when Neville was sacked with the club just 6 points clear of the relegation zone. Stick to Monday Night Football, Gary, you're good at that. And finally, it's Tony Adams. The former Arsenal skipper has been appointed as Granada boss, but this isn't his first job abroad, managing Gabala in Azerbaijan from May 2010 to November 2011. Now in Spain, Adams has been brought in to keep Granada in La Liga, with the Andalusia-based club in 19th place with 7 games to go. Adams' first port of call was to call up Nigel Reo-Coker and Kieran Richardson, who are now training with the club. Good luck, Tony, you're gonna need it. So those are our 8 managers who worked abroad. Let us know what you think in the comments below and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.